Good morning. I was told that I was contacted by the American Legion. I'm very honored to be here to talk about my service, the service of the soldiers in your community, and the continuing service of your armed forces. I feel it's a very sacred duty that we have as members of the armed services. We have a sacred trust from the taxpayers of the United States of America. They have armed us with the best equipment that the money could possibly buy. They've given us the best training that we could have. And I know that they don't put us in harm's way unless the nation's interests are at mind. When we go to war with, a lot of us go to war very excited about it. Others of us, as I get older, are not so excited about it. But we still do it. I was reading in the newspaper the other day, one of the things that separate a lot of Americans in this current time is in other generations, some Americans weren't very proud of their veterans. Now Americans, most of them are proud of their veterans, but they still really don't know us, and we really don't know them. And it's an unfortunate thing, but by you being here, you're getting to know your veterans from all the wars, the sacrifices that men and women make every day for their country, whether you served during the First World War, the Second World War, Korea, Vietnam, the Cold War, the Persian Gulf War, or the current wars on terrorism. Getting to know your veterans is a huge thing. Getting to also know the families of your veterans is another monumental task unto itself. I'm reminded of a soldier that I knew. He grew up not too far away from here in a little town down the road called Huntington. I knew him very well. And unfortunately, in 2006, he was killed by a sniper on the streets of Missoula. Soldier was doing the right thing. He was doing what he knew needed to be done. He was actually responding to a traffic collision, not unlike what happens in any town in the United States. And he was trying to get traffic moving again. And he raised his hand and a sniper shot him. And it went right underneath his armor plate and killed him instantly. The reason I know that soldier so well, because that soldier was my cousin. And unfortunately, there was nothing that we could say, there was nothing that I could say, there's nothing that anybody could say that could bring him back. But days like Memorial Day, and organizations like the American Legion, and people like you are the reason that we still remember Staff Sergeant Paul Pabla, the reason that we still remember Michael Heister, the reason that we still remember our soldiers that went forward and did something for this country that most of us don't understand. I don't even understand. I have a wife and 2 kids. I spent last year in Iraq with your unit from Bluffton. Some of the finest young men I've ever met in my entire life I had the privilege of serving with. And before I got assigned to Bluffton, I'd never been to Bluffton before, but this is one of the nicest communities and one of the nicest counties I've ever been to. I can't go anywhere. I can't go, even looking right now at Hireleys Meat Market, I can't go to Walmart, anywhere without somebody wanting to shake my hand and thanking me for my service. I've been to cities in the United States of America where people they just look at you. But not in towns like this. They appreciate it. And I'm telling you on behalf of all the veterans that have served, are serving, or will serve, that we are eternally grateful for you, for what you have done and what you put forth and what efforts that you do to appreciate your veterans. Driving down the street on the way into here, I can see all the American flags lining the roads. That pride that is the United States of America is something in this economic time that some of us are missing. But I think that we need to remember, we need to hold fast into our beliefs that we are all Americans. And being American is something different than being anything else in the entire world. There's lots of nice countries in the world, and not one of them would I ever want to live in. Only the United States do I want to live in because of people like you. Because people that serve, there's the men and women that serve them. People that take care of the family members that we leave behind. and they also take care of the family members that unfortunately the soldiers have paid the ultimate sacrifice and laid down their life. I appreciate what you guys do for me, what you do for my fellow soldiers, airmen, Marines, sailors, and Coast Guard. All the soldiers that serve in, all the servicemen and women that serve in harm's way, we all appreciate it. So I thank you very much.
These flowers may wither, but the spirit of which they are a symbol of will endure until the end of time. Sergeant at Arms, salute our departed comrades.
Aim, fire!